Here are the 5 main things that data brokers know about you, and here's what you need to know to keep yourself safe. First off, data brokers sell all of your information, and this is really unfortunate. So they have your phone number, they have your email, they have your name, and what's the point of that? Well, they use it to send out before they send out the text scams, they use it to, they sell this information to all sorts of tech companies, big companies out there, so that these companies have an idea, well, they have a very good idea of who you are, what you do, and your activities, and they can just market things to you. But in this process, scammers jump in and they find ways of getting this information. A lot of it is just from data broker websites, other kinds of websites where you can just see this information publicly and you can buy it. And then at that point, they just start manipulating it and doing whatever they want. So a lot of these scammers will send out text scams. You might get a message that looks like it's from your bank asking you to click a link or from CRA, and CRA doesn't text you, however. But it's just a scam meant to infect your phone or computer. And since they have your email, it's the same problem. Maybe a fake relative offers you millions, or a fake relative or somebody else asks you for millions or asks you for a lot of money because they're in some pickle and they need it right away. It's got to be cash or something. Or some way that you can't get it back. It's some ridiculous story, right? But sometimes you get emails that look very legitimate. They're so much more, phishing scams are so much more convincing these days. And it could even be from, as I said, it could be from a bank. It could even be from somebody that you know. And if you click the wrong link, then they're in. The scammers are in, and they start stealing your information and infecting your devices. So we have to be incredibly careful because they have all of that contact info ready to go. The second thing they know about you is they have your home address. So most people have their actual address out there in public. So there's a reason why a lot of the very rich and wealthy, they don't get anything actually sent directly to their house. No packages, they don't even have their name on their house, so they don't have their home in their own name. So they use things like LLCs or trusts instead, and they'll use mailboxes, UPS stores, or PO boxes for all their deliveries to go to, so that nobody knows where they actually live. So most people just have everything delivered to the front door. So that means a scammer could potentially send someone to your house, or they themselves could show up to your house or place. They can choose to scout the area, or rather case your property, or case your neighborhood to see if it's a good target for a break-in. So they can do all sorts of bad things once they know where you live, of course, and that's definitely one of the most detrimental situations to be in. Now, moving on to number 3, data brokers have access to your financial details and your credit history. So this means a scammer could try to open a bank account, apply for a mortgage, or even get a car loan using your name. They might also send you fake alerts saying that your credit score just dropped, or hoping that you'll click a link because they already know where you bank or hold or who holds your mortgage. So if they send a fake verification request from your actual bank and you click it, they can infect your computer that way. And since these brokers know so much about your finances, you have to be extremely careful about what you click on. It's also important to use tools that help eliminate exposed personal information online to keep your family's data secure. And that's why I've been mentioning DeleteMe. It's one of the best applications for that. Now, the fourth thing they know, the data brokers know your location and they know your online activity. Now, most people just use smartphones, as we're not in the 90s anymore, but unfortunately, they're really traceable and trackable. They get constantly tracked through apps and GPS Google Maps, right? So these brokers can use this to send you targeted ads. But it's also a very big risk if someone is stalking you. Somebody can actually pinpoint exactly where you are, your exact location, like a specific coffee shop on a certain street, right? If they monitor you long enough, they can also run surveillance and find out your daily patterns. They know exactly when and where you go, when you go to yoga or to swimming or to the gym, where your favorite coffee place is and what time you get it, how many times you go per day. And that's why it's so vital to protect yourself from these brokers and scams that they fuel. And finally, number 5 is your political and health profiles. Now, there's no political profile really in Canada for, at least most citizens, but regular citizens, I should say. But in America, you have political profiles and health profiles. So most people probably don't care if other people know what kind of political stance they have, but medical profiles or medical accounts are a different story. These are much more sensitive, right? Most of us definitely don't want data brokers having access to our medical history or using that information to target us, but they have this. We definitely wouldn't want scammers getting a hold of it. So anyone can see if somebody is seeking a treatment for a specific condition or scheduled for a certain surgery just by looking at the public record. So this is a major risk because scammers will use that knowledge to send fake emails and texts, and they look like they're coming from your actual doctor. They can do all sorts of things with this. And when in reality, they're just trying to rip you off. So there are countless ways for scammers to get to you these days. You have to protect your data and stay sharp.